Hey guys, Monday Matinee, Steve here. Today I'm going over the newest movie from Universal and M. Night Shyamalan, Knock at the Cabin. Now, M. Night isn't for everyone, as his career has had plenty of ups and downs, and his filmography is pretty divisive. Films like The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs had us all waiting for the next M. Night movie, then a little disappointing follow-up with a movie like The Village. And then we get some big flops from like his passion project, Lady in the Water, big budget movies like The Last Airbender, After Earth, and we all kind of thought that was maybe the end of M. Night Shyamalan. And as a result, he shifts to this lower budget stuff, and that's kind of where he's been since The Visit. But I think that's where he thrives, in these intimate settings and smaller screenplays. Knock at the Cabin fits right into that group, and while it's not without its flaws, overall I thought it was a pretty good entry into the M. Night filmography. Alright, so we'll get into it, but don't worry, I'll avoid any major spoilers. This movie stars Jonathan Groff and Ben Aldridge as a same-sex couple taking their adopted daughter Wen on a vacation to a cabin in the woods. Almost immediately, Wen is approached by the giant Dave Bautista in perhaps his most humane role yet as Leonard, a man on a mission to save humanity from the apocalypse. Along with him, he brings three companions, one played by Rupert Grint of Harry Potter fame. They quickly approach the cabin after scaring off Wen with their arrival and attempt entry after dads Eric and Andrew refuse to open the door. So as seen in the trailer, it's a home invasion, and upon entry they present this family of three with this moral dilemma of sacrificing one of themselves in order to save humanity from the apocalypse. And Leonard informs the family that each time they refuse, they will release a plague onto the world. Okay, so this is based on a book by Paul Tremblay titled The Cabin at the End of the World. I haven't read the book, but I'm aware of some of the differences, with the book remaining much more ambiguous. So there are a few major changes made, and perhaps an attempt to be a little more definite, something that Shyamalan likes to do, often spelling everything out for the audience. He's also known for having dialogue problems, but I'd say that this screenplay was cleaned up a lot. It's quick and tight. The first act in particular is really fast-paced. I mean, we're at the cabin just after the opening sequence, with Bautista and crew knocking at the door in just a matter of minutes. We learn a little bit about these intruders as they give their introductions to the family, and in order to relay their mission in kind of a civil way. In terms of character development, there isn't much, and we get the backstory of Eric and Andrew via scattered flashbacks, much like Shyamalan used them in the movie Signs. I mentioned Shyamalan is a little notorious for having dialogue problems, but from a technical standpoint, he's a master behind the camera. The composition of the shots of this movie, the camera work from the point of view of the characters and the weapons, and especially the blocking in these close, tight spaces, really helps create that creepy, threatening atmosphere. I don't think there's denying that he has skills as a director. It's just as a storyteller where he struggles. But the performances in the movie really help sell the story, and everyone was great in their role. The little girl Wen was super cute, and she'll be a star for sure. Another highlight, like most of M. Night Shyamalan's movies, is the sound design. The thuds, the knocks, the bangs really help amplify that dread. The intimate story really helps here, and the events that unfold as a result or not as a result of these intruders were really intriguing and interesting to see put to film. For example, the planes falling out of the sky was really well done. But this situation raises many questions, like what would you do if you were in their shoes? You also wonder, what are they gonna do to get out of this? And what's the real deal behind these intruders? But with these questions in mind, I was a little bit underwhelmed by the conclusion of the story. I'm not saying I didn't like it, but if you go into this movie looking for that big M. Night Shyamalan moment that he's kind of pigeonholed himself into doing, you might be a little disappointed. The movie might be considered a bit too straightforward. For letter grade though, I'd give it a B-. It's short, fast-paced, well-crafted, and just heaps better than old. Oh, and be on the lookout for M. Night Shyamalan's Hitchcockian cameo that he always loves to do. Taking place in this cabin, a little bit hard to do, so this one's pretty on the nose. Okay guys, thanks as always. Hit subscribe for more reviews and some upcoming movie talk, and we'll see you on the next one.